one of the things we always ask people to do is vet, the investor that you're working with. Make sure that they're an actual cash buyer. Many of the investors in the investment world actually broker houses. They put you under contract and they go out and try to sell the contract. If they don't sell it, they'll either ghost you or they'll disappear, or they're going to buy more time or buy the price down. And so it becomes a really uncomfortable negotiation. And that can be true with inherited homes as well. So after you vet us through, as at KC Property Guys, you're going to find out that we're the real deal. We actually buy homes. We fix up about 40-45 homes a year. We run 7 crews. There's 2 realtors on staff, and we close on 100% of our homes, and that does include inherited homes. So when working with the cash buyer with inherited homes is one of the things, at least from our perspective, is we're going to work with you to make sure the legalities are in place so you can actually fully transfer title over to us at KC Property Guys to ensure the title is clean. And we pay for the closing with professional closing, professional underwriting, and that way you, as the inherentee, are protected. There's not going to be any recourse on you passing that home over to KC Property Guys. And of course, we're protected as well. We're going to pay the underwriting, the closing company. They're guaranteed and warranted to pay you and your inheritees if you actually have multiple people with us. So you're working with someone who's a professional and very comfortable in the space, which is a really big advantage. Knowing this environment, working with dozens of inheritees over the years and handling those transactions, we foresee a lot of objections that potentially could come up. You get to customize the timeline, which is fantastic. So you got a house full of stuff, you need to go through it, you need to have other family members take stuff out, you want to be able to have some type of auction or estate sale. We can customize that timeline to meet those objectives and those goals. You have multiple inheritees, some are remote, some are local. You need to split up those funds on the day of closing. We have the ability to split those funds, so it's nice, convenient, it's clean, and it's all done by a third party that guarantees and warrants that it's accurate. So you kind of relieve those professional duties to take the emotion out to ensure that things are handled extremely, extremely well. That's a real advantage when you're working with an inherited house and a lot of different variables and personalities. And then ultimately, if there is a downsize, it might be the price. Maybe it may not be, because there's so many conveniences that we can build into those prices. The house is in major disrepair, you're trying to get the most dollars out of it. That can be a really uncomfortable experience for sellers. You mark the house down already, and then the buyers come in and want to mark it down even more. You're trying to work with specialty loans and specialty loan services with a house that needs repair, and that lender is going to have a list of requirements that ultimately you have to fix and you have to repair before you can pass possession of that home. The list of conveniences can greatly outweigh the finances as well. That's a relative experience for everybody, and so we work with you. We try to find that common ground where you're happy, I'm happy, we're happy is the scenario we work with when people are trying to work through the price. So we can turn that and flip that to make that a really positive, but in some people's perspectives, they see that as a potential con at a minimum. But for us, we see just the pros, just because we're so comfortable in receiving inherited homes and working with people with inherited homes that the experience helps create an environment and a transaction that is smooth and one that most people don't regret once they talk to us in the first place.